What up, y'all? The man we're going live with today needs no introduction at all. Let's bring him on without further ado.
What up?
My motherfucking brother.
What's up with you, brother?
Man, feeling good sitting on the porch of my newly acquired home.
That's what's up, man. Buying property, man.
Hell
That's
yeah.
that's that's the tweak this year, man. You got to buy property and you
Yes, sir.
know keep the family safe, socially distanced and safe.
100%. People don't realize it's time to, everybody's missing shit, but it's also time to just, focus in on what's important. Be back home with your family.
For sure. I was on a crazy run before all this. I was going just everywhere, bro. Fucking Jamaica and Europe and tour and just LA. I was on one, bro, and so I needed this little break, but I'm ready to get it cracking right now, though, for
Yeah, I
sure.
remember, bro. You were all over the place in the bus. You were doing all the bud tender tours and everything, bringing everybody on, showing them everything, fucking showing them how to like connect with the people and the product. You were all over the
Yeah,
place, bro.
man, we went everywhere before the pandemic, before this bullshit happened. Like I was everywhere, so I'm glad I was actually out and about and able to knock that down. The last like real trip I took was to Jamaica. That shit was fire, fire, fire.
Hell yeah. What'd you like
Definitely.
about Jamaica the most? Was the weed good?
I found some cool dank out there, but it was just tight to like mob around with Damian Marley. You know what I mean? Like to ride around Jamaica with Damian and with their family and to be able to experience that level of like it's just different, bro. Like it's like a faith. It's not like a religion. It's not like royalty. It's a higher up I've never seen like the way that the Marleys are praised over there and the way that Damien's respected and the hood, like the hoodest of the hoods to like, wherever we went, like they just loved the Marleys out there and to see it with Damien was tight, bro. Went to the club with him, went to a nightclub in Kingston, which was like an outdoor. I think it's called the Dub Club. Sick, bro. Sick.
Sick.
Super sick. I like the vibe the most.
Belly. Here, let me go to a better spot here. Was it like in Belly, the outdoor club? Remember when they had the shot in Belly when fucking Sean Kingston and what was the name, Mr. Vegas, were all performing there outside, and all this shit.
Yeah, no, it was like it was tight. There was no live performances, but they had these big ass fucking speakers, and the way they do is they'll play the music, and every now and then the bass will kick up fucking super loud, and then they'll take it down. And every time it kicks up, like people get fired up. I've never heard nothing like that in the club. Like the bass, when the bass kicks in, that shit goes crazy, crazy, crazy. So it
Yeah,
was it
man,
was
boy,
tight. It was definitely some gangster shit.
that's tight. That's tight. So tell me,
Someone
bro.
said everyone waiting to hear about Dab and Granny. That's shady, man. Damn.
Yo,
Damn.
yeah, my girl just told me about it. I'd be late on some shit like that, but I guess she said some shit that she shouldn't have, huh?
Well, she upset some of our mutual friends a lot, and just I think the community in general, because this is, the weed business is a big business, but it's a small community. You know what I mean?
100%.
So that was a
100%.
pretty that was a pretty crazy thing to say. You know what I mean? Especially with her platform.
Yeah.
G Pen canceled her out, but we ain't G Pen ain't fucking with her. We can't endorse that.
Nah, not at all. You can't really, you can't really do shit like that. You can't be that kind of person. That's a little crazy.
Not
Uh,
not in today's day. Not like in the world we're living in right now, where people need as much positivity and peace and unity as possible.
100%. 100%. Man, what do you feel like? I know you put out a lot. Kind of let it be known, like that people shouldn't be sheeple during this time. Although everybody should remain safe and separate. Like, I know you've tossed a couple theories around. Like what do you think about the current state? Like, what is kind of your theory if you have one?
I think that definitely there's fear tactics being used for sure. Similar that people would use in like an extortion or interrogation situations. You could definitely feel it. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just important to protect yourself because you don't know what's what. But I definitely personally believe there's an agenda behind all this, and I feel like if you really look at the facts, a lot of our rights and a lot of things are changing so fast, like right underneath our eyes. Like there's a reason why things are going the way they are, and it's scary because no matter how much I get worked up or riled up about it, or know how much I want to say let's all gather and fight, like these people are so deep and so powerful that whatever agenda they're trying to push, they're going to try to get through. And so it's just it's a crazy state right now. But you do got to live your life. You do got to try to enjoy as much of it as you can. You got to stay safe, but at the same time, don't be too lost. Don't be too lost in this. You know what I mean? Like I just took a road trip with the family. It was probably one of the weirdest road trips I've ever had in my life, bro. Like having to go in the hotel and clean everything for an hour before the kids came up and showered, and it's just some weird shit out there. I just went from here to the other side of the country, and I seen a couple of states, and it was just definitely not the vibe, bro. So I feel like there's an agenda behind all this. What it is, I don't know, but our liberty and our constitution is just being fucked with right now. Our constitutional rights.
I think they always try to divert our attention, in the media with certain things. And if that is true, this would be the biggest diversion to date, right? Because look at how drastically that things are going, and then they're one, that I mean, obviously, it goes without saying how crazy this is. So if it is a diversion, it's the biggest one ever. So yeah, you're right. What the fuck are we not seeing?
And it's fucked up because like you see a lot of tension between friends and family. Certain friends feel like the way we may feel that there's a diversion with another agenda, and some people are so influenced by the media that they just will argue. It's becoming a bunch of tension. But what I hate about this shit is that people are scared of people. That's what I hate most. We're in the weed business. We work with people. We are used to going to events and networking, and we do music as well. So I
Yeah,
hate the fact that people are actually scared of people. That's the one thing that bothers me about all this. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it's
it'd
rough.
be one thing if they're like, "Yo, you guys are all fucked. We're gonna take away your rights, and nothing you can do about it. Is what it is." You can't get time back, and right now a lot of time is being burnt. I look at my father; he's 72 years old. Like he's just sitting in here going crazy. Anxious. He loves to work. He wakes up at 5 a.m. and likes to work and do things, and so they're fucking with a lot of people's livelihood. And so I just hate that fact that people don't fuck with people right now, or scared of people. I should say, like everyone's scared of each other. That's not the way.
Yeah, it's funny when you see people now like when you go into town, at least especially around here, and you see people that like that you even more like not that you just like acquaintance, like you kind of fuck with too, right? But like everybody's so like kind of separated now that it's so easy to just be that way right now and not be embracing and say, like, hey, what up, give a handshake and like see what's been going on. It's like, hey, what's up? How's it going? Oh, you been all right? And then real quick, and then it's done. I know I've been noticing that a lot with people. It's just like that's the norm now, and it's like okay with them. It's like almost gonna be like more of getting back out and being social. Like everybody, we're all social, you know what I mean? But people are like, you get in that fucking rut, and
I
people
mean,
are
just
weird.
like
Yeah,
there's no everything's just so scattered. No one's on the same page. Like they just said today, it's not spreading through surfaces as much. You don't have to wipe everything down from the grocery store. I'm like, hold up, my shit's been tasting like Lysol for how long now? Like every time I go to the grocery store, wiping everything down with Lysol wipes or cleaning everything with alcohol, and you just don't know what to believe. They put out so many mixed messages. You don't know what's what, but the best thing you can do is just stay safe and you know
yeah,
try to stay away from the homies and the family, which is fucking whack.
yeah. It's rough. It's hard. Yeah, and when you got kids, fuck what they're saying about like, oh, kids don't get it or whatever. It's like, that's not enough
I
for me,
get
bro.
it. I mean, like watching my kids try to learn from Zoom is hella trippy. And just like when think about when you're 12, 13, or 14, like school is your life, your friends were your life, and to have that just taken away from you. And people aren't even thinking about a lot of kids don't have the best home life. I mean, a lot of kids live in a very fucked up environment, and their only good escape to like clear their mind and have fun and mentally be okay is at school with their friends, getting away from their fucked up family lifestyle. And
Right.
besides people being scared of people and kids, having this crazy change in their life. You got to think too. So many people are out of work. How are people going to pay their car bills or their home? And so there's a lot of things. I feel like there's a class of us that are going like this. And there's a class of us that are going down, down, down like this. And I'm watching family and friends that have worked real jobs and regular jobs just be out of the work and starting to have to weigh options on living situations and transportation situations. And that shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
It's kind of weird to see too what's like excelling and what is plummeting.
Yeah,
You
the
know.
regular American is plummeting right now. Like the people that work at just regular businesses, people that own their own small businesses, like small businesses are going down, and that makes you question like if there was an agenda, is it to put people in one kind of class and have one kind of class? Like the middle class is kind of disappearing right now, and the ones that lower class families are hurting even harder. So fuck.
Michelle has talked about. She says they're trying to put us into a caste system, like in India, where you're like going to be born into your situation, and you can't be anything else but what you are. So if you're a street sweeper, your dad's a street sweeper, you're going to be a street sweeper. If you're a banker, you're going to be a banker. They're going to put people into these positions. That's like one of these theories I've been hearing.
I wouldn't put anything past anything right now. There's some weird shit going on, and you know, my biggest thing is like, damn, the censorship is hella real right now too. Anyone speaking up against certain things, their Instagrams are being deleted, posts are being deleted, YouTube's videos are being deleted. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. If someone wants to go on a rant and say what they think is going on, why are they wrong? Why are they being deleted? Like,
Right.
why now? Like, why now? There's been so much shit where people have, opposed and like stood up, but now, right now, it's so sensitive that anyone speaking against what's going on, censored, lunatic, not allowed to be on. So I don't know, man. A lot of our rights are just kind of going out the window.
Yeah, that shit's whack. But man, on a different note, I'd say like people who know, I think everybody knows you're a creative and you're so much more, bro. So in general, but like in general, I feel like you're amazing creative, but specifically in like cannabis marketing, how did you? Because let's sidetrack that for a second. I learned a whole lot from you, uh, and if people don't know, you are a huge reason, just a monumental reason why Skittles was brought to the light early on, and
Thank you.
and our relationship. I was fortunate enough to be able to pass you trees and pictures, and you were supporting, and you thought it was fire enough to like put it on Marijuana Mania and put the Skittles up on your page. And I want to I took so much notes from what you have done with cookies. I just How did you do that? Like how did you come like you have so many different thoughts and so many different cool ideas. How did you get to be like this, bro? Like is it I mean, I know you didn't go to school for it, you know what I mean?
Nah,
Like, and you
nah.
come up with like ideas that marketing firms would like fucking drool over. So
I think that like the first step was rest in peace to the mama. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, my mama. You see the picture I got of her. She's on her phone chopping game.
rest in peace.
My work ethic and stuff like that from my mom. But she always embraced me growing up on my ideas. So if I had a vision or if I had an idea, even when I dropped out of school, she said, "I don't know what the hell you're doing, dropping out of school, but I hope that whatever you're doing, you know this should be temporary, and you should. I hope you're working towards something bigger, pretty much." Like, I was so obsessed with weed at the time and what I was doing, and she was like, "I hope that this leads to some, a much bigger plan. I trust you though." And so her giving me freedom on being able to like follow my dream helped a lot. But I think the biggest help was being at the hemp center early, like being there at 18 years old and seeing that there was a big void, like there was no brands. And I used to be
Right.
so obsessed with the weed, and I see vendors come through, and people would ask, "Is that from that last batch last week?" And just noticing there's no brand identity, I'm like, damn, like whoever is the first person to really brand weed one day, if it ever goes big or goes legit or legal, they're gonna win because there's no one standing out. And so that's why when you look at cookies, I thought of every way possible. I need a colorway. You know what I mean? I got my colorway. I needed like a logo, which is, this logo here. But then I need like my Nike check, like my swoosh. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot. We call it an identity. So I just thought of every way to brand cookies, and I just wore it on my back this whole time. Through the music, through everything I did, I just kept cookies with me. I pushed it. I put it on my hand. It's the first hand tattoo I ever got. I put vibes on my hand too because I'm passionate about that project. But I just bled that shit, man. I bled blue this whole time, and I feel like just being a solid individual and having good business and being creative, and my mom supporting me being creative when I was younger, not telling me I was crazy, just kind of helped me get where I'm at. You know what I mean? So I trip out sometimes too. I was thinking about the other day, just like, what the fuck? It's been a long ride because I remember doing shows in Humble when I first started rapping and seeing you pull up in the pickup truck with dirt in the back. You know what I mean? Fucking turkey bags full of weed while you're rapping on stage. And I'm
Hell
like, damn,
yeah.
this guy's the real deal. He's out here. He's in Humble. He's pulling up
Appreciate
to,
that.
to in his hometown with a truck full of dirt, man. That boy just planted some shit. And so, at the end of the day, like, I think persistence is the key to everything, for real. Being
I
persistent.
appreciate you fucking with me back then on all the shows and shit too, bro. That meant a
For
lot.
sure.
Because I know you
Nah,
didn't have
man.
to come through and do that shit too.
I love them shows, man. Them shows were epic. Epic. I wish I could do one right now up there.
For real. You shouted me out on that Fly Stoner shit too back in the day, which is like the only person who ever really gave me love on that album. You know what I mean?
Right on. Hell yeah.
But so you've come from fucking bud tender to like a marijuana mogul that still represents the culture. You know what I mean? I think it's amazing. Like, how many fucking states are you in now, bro?
I think like 14 different markets, I think.
And how many stores you got going now?
I think in California we should have about 20 stores by the end of the year.
Savage,
My
savage.
whole thing is like you got two different styles of business. You got a style of business where people want to, one, like, okay, this is the way I look at it. You got companies that want to grow everything and do everything in house, right? That want to be hands on, IP, genetics, all that, which I salute, salute. Like that's not easy to build out all your grows by yourself, to fund everything yourself, to grow everything in house, to do everything all vertical, but not to do anything else but that way, right? And then you have the way I've chosen, which is like Johnny Appleseed almost. Like, all right, I'm here. I want to live forever through my music, through my work. I'm going to find the best operators I can, state to state, the best state to state. And with there being no like real way to protect your IP, you have to put a lot of trust in. And I've trusted people in different markets to grow our herb the way I want it represented around the world. And there might be some hiccups, right? But for the most part, we've taken the last 4 years, 5 years, cherry picking and finding people that we think would be, reputable partners for us nationwide. And that's the way of business I chose, to share the light that Cookies got, one. Two, to embrace working with other people that fuck with the movement, but that are good at what they do. Because there's a lot of good growers out there, different styles, different techniques that all have one thing in common, and that's getting the bombest best bud out, period, right? So
Yes, sir.
I took a lot of trust. I took a lot of networking and conversations and a lot of risk to build Cookies the way we have, and it's working. Now there might be some hiccups. Maybe one market might have a problem with curing or this and that, but for the most part, man, we've done a fucking solid job. Colorado's killing it. Maryland's killing it. Arizona's been killing it. Um, Portland, I just seen Portland's work is killing it. Like, it's pretty dope to see the shit like that, bro, and like to see the vision through. Because if I would have tried to build this shit the way other companies are doing it, bro, there's no way I have $500 million to go build out grows and stores everywhere around the world.
Yeah,
I
it's
wanted to
crazy.
take this shit. I wanted to take this shit to the next level. I wanted to level up, and so I'm like, let me use what my mom taught me. My mom was a great person in networking. Right. Let me see who I have in my Rolodex that's worthy of being a partner that would represent our brand the right way. And in that process, I built a platform with all these operators of storefronts and cultivation spots that can help put my homies in position too. You know what I mean? Like you look at the brands like Powers Up and like, Mint, shout out to JBZC Junkie, and you look at like, Runts and people like that we're working with, Granda Flora, we're able to take that and build their brands too through our platform. And, it just feels good to like see something through. You know what I mean? Like
Definitely.
it's tight. A lot of people
That's
may
crazy.
criticize people may criticize or hate on the process, but I think it's one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of, and I haven't seen anyone else do it like that just yet. So, we're setting the tone for other people to go out there and just build their brand, man. Like, be globally recognized.
I don't think really anybody has an opinion that can. I don't think really, in my opinion, people couldn't have a negative opinion if though people who represent those brands that you decided that decided to work with you, that you decided to work with, if they don't have a problem with anything that's going on, then why the fuck should anybody else?
Yeah, it's just like you become kind of a bigger, easy target the more you grow, and the more you progress in life like that. It's like that with anything, with music or not. But I'm hella glad we did it the way we did because I met some cool ass people and some of our operators, some of our cultivation partners. Like they're so good at what they do and being able to communicate with them and see their excitement when they harvest and being able to actually get the samples myself. And when we were riding through Portland, it was dope as fuck to pick up that honey bun and the Medellin and see it. Like damn, these motherfuckers killed it, fire, dang.
So,
You know what I mean? So I enjoy what we're doing right now, and it's all because I want to do it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to be doing any of this. I want to do this, and that's what we set out to do. So, see that shit through, like Jack would say.
straight up, see it through, man. How do you find time with all you have so much shit going on? Like I got so much shit going on, and I know it's hard. And you like 100 times what I got going on. So like, how do you find time to balance like the family life with all the business?
Man, so like just today, for example, I woke up at 5 a.m. today. I've been on the phone since and working from the house since 5 a.m. I literally turned on this phone to do this live with you. When I get done with this, I'm gonna turn both my phones off, go make some dinner for the family, and watch a movie. And so waking up early is the key. Like it's
Hell yeah.
5 a.m. on the West Coast, but it's 8 a.m. on the East Coast, and I got a lot of business on the East Coast. So waking up early and just breaking your day down, knowing that like whenever this live is done, that's it. I'm done for today. But I've done so much shit. Like I don't even know how many fucking phone calls I've had, how many emails I've responded to, or things that have been signed or a decision that's been made. But I've been grinding since 5. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's
you've
gotta,
definitely called me early as fuck a few times, but I've called you early as
yeah,
fuck too.
yeah. You
Because
gotta
I
get
know
up
you're
early,
up.
man. You gotta get up early. Like if you're gonna be working globally, you gotta get up early. You can't be sleeping into fucking noon and shit. They ain't gonna, ain't gonna
Plus,
do
kids
that.
get you up early no matter what.
Yeah, you just get on that clock.
Hell yeah. So what's up with the cookie store in Barcelona, man? I see that's opening up finally.
Yeah, thank God, man. Shout out to the people over there holding it down. We got some dope ass clothing. We did custom for Spain. We're supposed to open up during Spanibus, but that's right when everything happens. So glad we're about to pop that back off. We're about to pop that off on the 26th on Tuesday. So if you're in Spain, pull up. We got some dope ass custom shit for y'all. And that's just kind of like the start of what we want to do over there. Want to get a social club eventually.
Where else are you looking at in Europe?
Amsterdam, um, I think Uruguay, something like that.
Nice.
Um, I know we're working on Puerto Rico pretty tough too.
Hell yeah. We
Puerto
got
Rico, guys.
the hemp. We just got the hemp trademark for Skittles hemp, and we got that 200-acre farm out there growing right now. Well, we got 40 acres of it growing.
Puerto Rico.
Yes, sir.
I got a lot of homies out there. I got to get out there for sure.
Well, when you go, I'm gonna go. So
Yeah, come out there. We'll
I'm gonna
go
be
fuck
out
with
there a
Yampi.
lot, bro.
We'll fuck with
Hell yeah.
Yampi, man. Yampi's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the homie. Salute to Yampi and everyone out there too.
Yeah, I was out there. Me and Grunge were like, we flew back together. Me and Chris during Barca when he was supposed to during Spanibus when he was supposed to open up the store originally. Man, that shit was fucked up.
He told me to check someone on the plane for coughing and not covering his mouth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
he said, yo, Fields is a savage. He told him, yo, if you're gonna cough, cover your fucking mouth. I'm like, that's my guy. That's what you gotta do, man. Shit.
For real. Yeah, we got back to Frisco and quarantined at the Hilton for like 2 days.
And
It
hopefully
was
all this shit figures out, man. Like,
yeah, that
I
shit's
don't know.
that was not
I'm
fun.
ready to get back out to Spain. I fuck with Spain, man.
Hell yeah, but Spain is a Spain's what made me want to travel everywhere else. I mean, Spain is just it's fire.
They got that food over there.
Oh yeah, more Michelin star restaurants in like in a small area than like anywhere else, and like more
And
affordable.
the people out there are just genuinely like so fucking just relaxed. Like the siesta shit, people take naps. Like people aren't, they're not moving a million miles per hour.
Right.
You know, like motherfuckers out there really enjoy it. They take time to enjoy their day, to enjoy their life. So I fuck with that whole concept out there. I fuck with Spain.
What's the dopest place you ever smoked at, bro?
Um, shit. Probably at Bob Marley's grave with Damien.
Wow,
You know,
that's
like
big.
we went up to their property at nighttime. The shit was closed, and where his grave is at, me and Damien burned one and just just kind of soaked it up real quick. You know,
Wow,
we talked about everything when we stepped out the room, but like it was like a small little room. It's like a little house, and his casket's there, and we burned one, and that shit was pretty monumental, really.
wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, I thought about that when we walked out. I was high as fuck. I'm like, damn, you know what? Like, I'm out in Jamaica right now with Damien, and we're at this private compound, and we smoked one, with Bob's grave, and then some of the homies they whipped up real quick. They cooked some food there, and we played
Bro.
music, and we had a beer, and we smoked more, and just talked story and whatnot. And that shit was dope. Like all the haters in the world could hate on whatever, but that's some like iconic ass like just different shit. It's different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is I haven't even told no one this. I was really going through it that day, like just like emotionally, like it was a weird day. We had some big troubles on the road. Like that road to get there is very, very small. And our van was fucking up on the way up. But point being is when we smoked one, next to Bob's grave, and we went out, we was talking and drinking, kind of got like a really good vibe. That was the anniversary of my mom passing. So I was wondering why I was all like kind of like in a weird mood out there. I'm like, damn, this is my mom's anniversary when she passed. I'm like, it's crazy. Like it just like go in there, kind of like soul cleanse or whatever. So it was a trippy experience because I didn't know why I was in a weird mood all day. You know what I mean? Like all day, I'm like, I should be in a great mood. I should be chilling, but I think that's the tightest place I ever smoked because it was a vibe. It was a way different vibe than I've ever had smoking anywhere else.
Dope. Appreciate you telling that story.
For
Um,
sure.
so, bro, you drop a lot of music. How many fucking albums you got out now?
I think like 36 or 37.
Sheesh. Yeah,
And
like you.
what's tight too? Like, man, I got hated on so hard in the beginning. You remember sickness.net?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
they used to hate
Shout
on
out
me
to
so
y'all.
hard. They used to hate on me so hard on sickness.net and Photoshop my album covers and whatnot. And to think about the progress I made with the music, like I literally could just live off music if I wanted to right now. My catalog is stable enough that if I wanted to maintain the kind of lifestyle I have now, I could just live off music. And I'm like, that's pretty crazy because we started the shit as a hobby. When I met you, it was a hobby, and I was just doing it because I love to do it. And I look at every album like I'm just practicing my craft a little more. Me and Be Real are doing an album right now, produced by Scott Storch.
Sick.
So if you think about it, like I don't even get on there and boast like a lot of other rappers do, but I get 50,000, 30 to 50,000 a show off music.
Yep.
Like I go to a festival or I go to, like a road. Those are real. That's real money as an independent artist up out of NorCal. You know what I mean? Like get $80 to $100,000 to perform on 420. That's after all these years, 13 years of hard work. And what's cool is I'm not a big ass mainstream artist, but my fan base is only growing like little bits and little bits over these years. It's never went down. And so
Hell yeah.
I think that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Independent, no radio, no TV. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
agree,
Just
bro. I
hard
agree.
work.
And I remember the first shit I ever heard. of yours, I think was that shit you did. It was on the song you did. It was on like a Messy Marv like compilation album. But
Yeah,
that song was so fucking hard, and you did the video. That's back when Razor was popping with the videos, and fucking, and you and low key like not low key. You brought Razor up for his period of time. I feel like you brought him to light, as like a videographer, your
David
head cracker.
Camarena. David
Yep,
Camarena is doing everyone's big videos. I found him in Santa Cruz doing some backstage. I was able to help a lot of people out with the music shit. I still do. Fareed's on and popping right now with the videography shit. So,
yep.
like, hey man, I just like to work. I keep my head down. I work. I don't worry about what no one else's opinion is besides my daughter's. And I just keep grinding, man. Because if I would have stopped when everyone was hating on me with the music back in the sickness net days, that's why I don't trip off the some of the trolls right now. It sucks. It's unfortunate people want to spend their time doing all that, but if I would have tripped on it back then, where I would be at with the music, I would have stopped and been what? Nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like that. Then that's one thing I would say about that is that coming from where I am, from the person that I am, and I mean, like, if you know me, you know that I grow weed and have so, and I hustle. So that being said, the person that I am, when I heard your music, it spoke to me. And like, if people want to hate about like your lyrical content or like your wordplay or anything like that, one thing that you can like see from the progression, because I'll tell you what, like I'm a fucking Burner fan, fuck all that, and anybody who knows me will tell you that. Like I'll bump your shit, it plays. Ask Miss Skittles, fucking ever since she's known me, like I know your verses on shit. Like I've been listening to it, and I know like when you're speaking about things, it rings to me, so it's authentic, and like let that be a testament to the authenticity and the quality of the music, because I look up to you as an artist, bro, for
thank
real.
you. Nah, man, I got your album in my other phone right now. I'm about to slap it, and you know, hopefully we figure this situation out with the situation, and
Yeah,
just get it cracking. And I love to make music. Besides the money or the success, like from the type of shows or whatnot, like man, having an album with Cameron and doing 4 albums with Be Real and the albums with Jack, rest in peace, the Jacka. And, man, I've worked with so many people, man. The Snoops, the Devin, the Dudes, like fuck, bro. The Wiz, all the stuff I've done with Wiz, like I've been able to do some really cool shit with music and work with people I grew up fucking listening to and fucking with. We're talking to DMX right now about doing something. And it's just hella real. Like, so I look at it like, damn, like when you look at like life in general and you try to like observe everything you've been through, I'm like, damn, I grew up listening to these people when I was young and wished to be like them, and now I'm working with them, and it's regular, it's normal. Like FaceTime with Scott Storch, we're flipping this album for me and Be Real, just coming up with different songs to like tempos and styles of beat that we're gonna do for the next album. Like I'm really on FaceTime with Scott Storch, telling him to give me
yeah,
some of that old school G Unit vibe, when he was
big,
fucking around with them, or give me some of that old school Chronic shit you was doing with Dre. Like it feels tight as fuck to have that. That's the accomplishment. That's the payoff.
yeah,
Like no one could take that away from you. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers can say whatever they want to say or feel however they want to feel, but that's real. You know what I mean? The
hell
shit
yeah,
with Jack and Rest in Peace is real. It's there. It's a part of history for the Bay. You know what I mean? So it's
hell
just
yeah.
we gonna keep grinding, man.
Could you pick a top three, like, or like maybe like vibes, like that like memories that you had, you know what I mean, like out of the 30,
Yeah,
36.
I think the drought season shit was a classic time in my life because I was still really, 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 really getting busy. I was still
Mm-hmm.
in the street, and me and Jack were fucking around at his mini mansion in Hayward, and Lee Majors and Selsky and the whole Bay Area used to be out there. We flew. I remember
Yep.
some boss ass motherfuckers flew all the Bay Area artists out to Kansas City at one time for a show, and then I got raided the next day. Block Life Entertainment, I think their name was. But
Yeah.
being in that period of time with Jack making the drought season that was like a crazy part of my life. I was learning how to rap then, no lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Oh, yeah.
that was a good memory. I think the first album would Be Real is a solid, number two memory of making music because we all grew up fucking with Cypress and just trying to get to working with B when I was younger to be able to sit down and do a full album and kind of direct the style of music we do. That was incredible and timeless. I think the third would be um, I think the third would be fucking with DJ Quick in the studio. Because
Sick.
DJ
Yeah,
Quick like came through and he just fucked with the hustle and he brought his MPC and we just made something from scratch. Called in a live bass player, live guitar player, and we made a sick ass record. And had
that's
Ty
dope.
Dolla Sign slide through and that just being there in that moment, I was like, damn, I'm here with DJ Quick. Like I'm with Quick.
Legend.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm sitting
legend.
here with DJ Quick. He's making this shit live. He's fired up on everything. Shit don't get tighter than that.
No, I don't. So, man, I don't want to keep you too much more, but yo, what's in rotation? What are you smoking on right now? What are you loving? I know it's gonna be. I know.
Man, I
Go
like
ahead.
this. I like this emergency from JBZC Junkie right now. It's fire as hell. It's got like a crazy orange peel, citrusy type of vibe. Um, I'm smoking on the eye candy from Compound. The collab we did with Compound Genetics, fire as fuck.
Okay.
And Kenny Powers got some new shit that I need to name this week. That's a Gary Payton cross. That's fucking ridiculous. The shit's like looks like white out. It's all white, iced out. It's just fire.
Sick. Yeah, favorite strain of all time?
Man, Girl Scout cookie, the original.
There you go.
The original, like
Fucking
that, the
strain.
old school Sunset District, Fog City. You know what I mean?
Haji Spring is
That,
the
that,
first person to ever give me Girl Scout cookies, and
mm-hmm.
that's when I was recording Fly Stoner. And after that, I didn't really trip off of it then, right? I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. And then I got it again, and I was like, man, this shit is crazy. And then I started like, it would be like days where I'd be obsessed, and I would be like, look, I know if I go to the green door, I'm gonna go get the shit, right? But that shit is
Mm-hmm.
3 hours
Shout out to
away.
the Green Door.
Yeah, so that shit is 3 hours away, and fuck, I'd go around to like places like clubs that were closer, like in Santa Rosa and shit, and try to find this shit, right? And I'd call and be like, oh, the menu got cookies on it. Go there, it ain't it. And then, they'd want to argue with you that it was, like you were fucking lame, like you didn't know shit. So I'd always end up busting down to the green door, and they would limit you on what you had, right? Until they started getting a couple other things, like, oh, this cookie. Other people would start bringing in, like, bag seeds, what they got. Then there's the animal cookies, all the shit, right? But as long as it had that general, like that general flavor, like you start to see the differences. And you always wanted the Girl Scout, but they didn't always have the motherfucking Girl Scout. You know what I mean? So
It was like the real Kaiser Soul saying, you know what the thing I like the most about Cookie right now is even the people hating on me and Cookies and our crew in general. Man, so many of these motherfuckers got that shit in their lineage. Like looking at these crosses, it all got a lot of it got Cookie in it, and so it's like cool. You know what I mean? Like that shit came from the Sunset District, man. You know what I mean? Like that shit is what it is, man. We were part of their day, so it's
yeah,
cool to see how far that shit really spread.
run the comments and see how many people's name have cookie in
Well, just look at their menus, man. You know what I mean? There's people in these comments right now that a lot of their menu has cookie in it, and one of the crosses that they're using, or it became a classic, man. So that's one of my favorite strains of all times, man. That cookie, man. That blue soapy sticky funk.
Hell yeah! I
Hey,
appreciate you coming on me.
hey, for the
Oh, go
people
ahead.
watching on my side too, man. Shout out to Fields, man. This guy's been grinding for a long time. He's got some great music. I got the privilege to have his album in my phone right now. His new album. The shit sounds official. I'm about to help, hopefully put it together. But man, salute to you, bro. You're a real dude, man. You've been grinding for a long time, and you really live what you talk about, and you've been putting in work for a long time. And I think the Skittles is some of the best weed I've ever tasted in my life. Straight up.
Bro, I
That real
appreciate that a
Skittle,
lot, dog.
that real Skittle, that grapefruit, man. Come on, man.
I mean, look at this one, right, bro?
Oh,
I got some of this for you, dog. We need to unquarantine for a second, dog. Look at
I
that
know.
color on it and shit,
I'm about to have to pull up and give me a little taste of that, man. Salute,
bro.
brother.
I got you, bro.
Right on, G.
Thanks. All right, brother.
All right,
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Much love. Enjoy the fam time. Peace out, dog.
all right, bro. Peace.
Peace.